What up everyone and welcome to my Let's Talk video for Liam Neeson's latest movie, Cold Pursuit. Now, I just saw this movie in cinemas with my mate James and Jason, and they thought it was an alright movie, thought it was different and unique. I personally really liked this movie. I thought it was a great balance between action, which wasn't too much of like the shaky cam style action where you can't really tell what's going on, but it was a cool and entertaining form of action, and as well as the writing, which was so perfectly balanced with the action. It was entertaining, it was quippy at times, and sure as hell it was funny. Now, this movie is a really well shot movie. I love the cinematography in this movie, using the locations to the best of the movie's ability, and the lighting at times, the shot composition at times was really beautiful, and I really loved the cinematography in this movie. Liam Neeson has got a lot of flack for his comments that he said when promoting this film. People have called him a racist, people have said that you should boycott his films and not really support him anymore. I think that's a lot of bullcrap. To be honest, I really support Liam Neeson and what he said. He wasn't racist in any way, and I've gone on social media stating that people should go and watch his movie, go and support him, because this movie didn't have a premiere because of all the social media backlash that Liam Neeson got. And this is really unjust. For a man who was truthful about his hardships, about someone who was raped, and he had to deal with that, someone close to him was raped, he had to deal with that in the way he had to. It's not a good way to go about it. He knows that. He says he was ashamed of it. But you're not going to hold him against something he did 40 years ago. And not many people know this. I don't want to talk about that too much because that's something I've talked about in my social media. If you haven't seen it yet, there are links to my social media accounts in the description down below. Check them out and you can see my thoughts on the issues surrounding Liam Neeson. Now, with that aside, I really love this movie. There are a few jokes which were just so great, and I really laughed hard, especially at the end. There's this one funny moment which you don't see coming, and you think it's just a beautiful ending to the film, and then it hits you with this joke, and it doesn't ruin the film or its ending in any way. It just comes off as a little like, holy crap, that happened, and I loved it. Now, I've got a few notes here because I just came out of the movie. I've written a few things down. The cast is great, and the story brings them all together, all the different characters together in such a great way, because there are a lot of different characters in this film, and at times you are afraid that they're all going to get jumbled up and messed around, and some characters aren't going to get the ending or the relief that they need. Of course, Liam Neeson, as people can tell, is going after the man who was behind the killing of his son. If you've seen the trailers, you know that, and that's all I'm going to really talk about with the movie itself. So there are no spoilers apart from that. If you haven't seen the trailers, that is. So the deaths in this film are amazing, and the way that they deal with the deaths, they have the person who died, their name come on screen, shows what religion they are, who they're associated with, and it also gives their name. And at times it is funny. One of the bad guys, one of the villains, is named Windex, and it is hilarious. I love it. When they have his name pop up on screen, you gotta look for it. But it's just so great, and my two friends were like, yeah, that's so funny. And it was just such a great nickname to give to a gangster member. Apart from that, there's one particular death which involves Liam Neeson playing some trickery on the character. I'm not going to say the character's name, I'm not going to go into too deep of detail regarding that. It was just really hilarious how it occurred. I laughed so hard during that scene. Along with that, the way that the villain was handled was really good. All of the characters felt human in some way, even though at times they were playing with some sort of cliche elements, like the bad guy just killing any Tom, Dick, and Harry, or really just being really mad at times, or really stupid at times. It didn't come off as a cliche villain. Liam Neeson didn't come off as a cliche action hero. It came off as someone who's really hurt. And there's one particular scene early on, I won't spoil what's happening in that scene, but it's a really powerful scene which shows the Liam Neeson's character and his emotion, what he's dealing with at the time in grief and everything. And all of the characters are human in some way, and that's what makes them so great. That's what sets this film apart from many other action films today which have a revenge storyline. Now that's really all I have to say. The only problem that I really have with this film is that feels like there's one scene missing. At the end, there's one character who really just drives off into the snowy sunset of some sort, I should say, or snowy night, and it feels like there should be an extra scene just with that character. Maybe it was taken out of the movie for runtime purposes, but otherwise, everything in this film was really great. I think it's a movie that you should definitely watch in cinemas because of how lovely the shots are. I think it looks really good, and I think it's just a movie that everyone should go and support, seeing as Liam Neeson is being misjudged. He's being unjustly attacked for his comments, and I think everyone should go support this film and support Liam Neeson in a way. Quite a few people there watching the film, and they all laughed several times. They all were grossed out at several times, and it looked like everyone enjoyed the film. Now, that's really all I have to say. This film, on initial reaction, I would give it an 8.8 or a 9 out of 10. There's very little wrong with the film itself. It's a really good action film with a great balance of writing and storytelling and characters. The one flaw that many people might have with it is that the action isn't that typical of action. It's really, at times, really short bursts of action, something that can get your blood pumping, and then it cools down again going into this in-depth and really intriguing storyline with many characters all converging together. And that's not a problem I have, but that's a problem some other people would have. I personally love the balance of action, comedy, character development, and the story of this film. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Make sure you let me know in the comment section down below whether you're going to watch Cold Pursuit or not. Are you interested in watching the movie, or do you think it's just another throwaway action movie? Let me know down below, and I'll catch you all next time.